Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. As always, I'm happy, excited, and all prepared to share reliable and well-researched information about diseases. Today, I'm going to talk about the silent killer. Yes, you heard me right, the silent killer. What is the silent killer? Did you guess it right? Well, high blood pressure or hypertension is loosely translated as the silent killer. But why, you ask? Well, stay tuned till the end. Before we dive into the causes and symptoms of high blood pressure, I'll address the following 3 questions to give us a bit of background information. Question 1. What is blood pressure? Question 2. What does the blood pressure numbers really mean? Question 3. What are the normal blood pressure numbers? I'll start with the first question. What is blood pressure? Blood pressure is the pressure of blood pushing against the walls of the arteries. As we know, arteries are blood vessels that carry blood from the heart to various parts of the body. In contrast, veins carry blood from various parts of the body to the heart. It's worth noting that your blood pressure normally raises and falls throughout the day as you transition from one activity to the other. Question 2. What does the blood pressure numbers really mean? I'll start off by stating that blood pressure is measured using a machine known as the pressure monitor. Those in health sciences will tell you that the machine is known as sphygmomanometer. Blood pressure is measured in millimeters of mercury and is given in 2 figures: the systolic blood pressure and the diastolic blood pressure. The systolic blood pressure, which is always the numerator, is the pressure in the arteries when the heart beats. Diastolic, on the other hand, which is always the denominator, is the pressure in the arteries when the heart rests between beats. Having said all that, I'll confidently tell you that normal blood pressure is less than 120/80 millimeters of mercury. Having understood what blood pressure is, we can now talk about high blood pressure, causes and symptoms. What is high blood pressure? High blood pressure is blood pressure that is higher than normal. Having blood pressure measures that are consistently higher than normal can lead to the diagnosis of high blood pressure. Remember, the higher your blood pressure, the higher your risks of developing health problems such as stroke and heart attack. According to the American College of Cardiology, blood pressure is divided into 3 major categories: normal, elevated, and high blood pressure. Normal blood pressure is blood pressure that is less than 120/80 millimeters of mercury. That is, systolic pressure is less than 120 and the diastolic pressure is less than 80. Elevated blood pressure is blood pressure that is between 120 to 129 over less than 80 millimeters of mercury. That is, the systolic pressure is between 120 to 129 while the diastolic is less than 80. High blood pressure, on the other hand, is blood pressure that is equal to or greater than 130/80 millimeters of mercury. That is, the systolic blood pressure is greater than or equal to 130 and the diastolic blood pressure is greater than or equal to 80. What are the signs and symptoms of high blood pressure? Well, high blood pressure presents with no obvious warning signs and symptoms. Actually, most people will not know they have high blood pressure until it's too late. That is why the disease is loosely translated as the silent killer. However, in a few people, high blood pressure will present with nonspecific symptoms such as shortness of breath, nosebleeds, and headaches. These nonspecific symptoms do not occur until the high blood pressure has reached severe and life-threatening levels. Hence, the only sure way to know whether or not you have high blood pressure is to have your blood pressure checked or measured regularly. What are the causes of high blood pressure? Well, it's important to note that high blood pressure develops over time, and the 3 major causes of high blood pressure are: 1. Unhealthy lifestyle choices, for example, lack of regular physical exercises and eating unhealthy foods. 2. Pre-existing health conditions such as diabetes and obesity. Research has shown that people with diabetes or obesity are twice as likely to get high blood pressure compared to healthy people. 3. Pregnancy. The type of blood pressure developed during pregnancy is known as gestational hypertension. Lovely viewers, today we've talked about high blood pressure. Should you forget everything else I said, please remember the following 5 points. 1. Normal blood pressure is blood pressure that is less than 120/80 millimeters of mercury. 2. High blood pressure is blood pressure that is higher than normal. 3. High blood pressure presents with no obvious warning signs and symptoms, and that is why it's referred to as the silent killer. 4. The only sure way to know whether or not you have high blood pressure is to have your blood pressure checked regularly. 5. Unhealthy lifestyle choices are major causes of high blood pressure. So guys, hit the gym, exercise regularly, and eat healthy. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share my videos. Until next time, ciao!